This is another episode of Relevant Features Podcast, and I'm your host, Tristan Heyward. Today we have a very special guest, somebody that I aspire to be honest with y'all. Somebody who he's the money guy to me, somebody I highly respect. I've been to workshops. He know where the bag is at, for sure. So without no further ado, I want to introduce you guys to Bro Henry. He go by Henry McDavid. He got a lot of names. So So tell them a little bit about yourself, man.
What's up, man? I'm just a brother trying to help people, man, get to the bag, man.
Right.
I own a private school, Entrepreneurial Academy. All of our students have to start small businesses. They'll have to publish a minimum of one book a year. I'm also a coach. I help entrepreneurs and educators to build highly profitable private schools without having to have a huge budget. And man, that's it, man. That's what I do, man. That's in a nutshell.
Okay. So yeah, that's really why I got him on here for y'all. I want him to educate you guys on how to actually start, a school. And he got the keys to the car to understand how that goes. And that's part of the reason why I have him on the show as well. So what made you want to start at an entrepreneurial school? Cause that's different from starting public schools. So what made you get involved with that, bro?
Well, number one, like when my daughter was born, I vowed that she would never go to the public schools out here. School's terrible.
Right.
So that's part of it. My daughter's brilliant. People always ask us, like, what you doing? How you get her so smart?
Right.
And I'm like, she's not smarter than no other children. We just invested time.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yep.
Fast forward through life, life happens. I got to a certain point where I was just struggling a lot, like losing job after job, repossessions and evictions and all that type of stuff, man. And to be honest, when we got here, I ended up refereeing, right? And refereeing, for me, mind you, I was fired from 25 jobs. I talk about it in my book. I was fired from 25 jobs. And when I started refereeing, I was like, wait a second, I get to negotiate my contract? I get to work when I want to work? I don't have a boss?
Right.
The moment I felt that feeling of not having a boss, work when I want to work, and I can make decent money, I was like, yo, there's something to this way.
For sure.
It wasn't quite 100% entrepreneurship, but it was the freedom of being like a 1099 employee. I'm like, yo, I could work when I want to work. So I was refereeing 5 sports, work when I want to work, vacation when I want to vacation, do my thing. I had a product line me and my wife had started. It took off and got some traction. And from there, it got enough traction that I was able to get investors to open up a store, open up a retail beauty supply store featuring our product line. And I want to say chance. I don't believe in chance, but the way the universe works.
Right.
We had our beauty supply store had 2 floors to it. It had upstairs and downstairs. And the upstairs we would rent out for events.
Right.
And so we was talking yo, we never make money Monday through Thursday. Nobody ever rents it out. They only rent it out Friday, Saturday night. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes Sundays or whatever. So we was looking, how can we make money in the daytime? So our first thought, what if we did a school? A school would be popping because it would make money, woo.
Right.
Then we come to find out, if we start a school, it's going to cost about anywhere from $300,000 to $500,000 to $1 million to start a school. Man. So we gave up on that idea right away. We didn't have ready to do it. So we were we can't do that. We can't run that play.
Right.
And then it just so happens, man, a few months down the road, just the way things was coming about, my wife ran into this sister who had one student in her school, and she was like, I got a school with only one student. I graduated all my students. And long story short, we was investigating, yo, can you tell us how you run your school? So when she told us, we was like, yo, we got a plane, but we can do that, but we have to figure out how to make it attractive.
Right.
So it was like, let's make a school where every child got to start a business,
right,
and then that business got to generate revenue, so we can take children from our community and put them on the road to making money while they're in school. So we're like, that's dope. So we need something else because there's a lot of programs, a lot of stuff out there to teach children entrepreneurship. We need something else. So, all right, what if every student got to publish a minimum of 1 book a year? So then we was like, okay, boom, we're making authors, we're making entrepreneurs. Then we started finding all these different crazy ideas, and it just started coming together. Like the universe really put it together. Like I can't tell you, we thought it all out. We had a blueprint. We followed the model. We did everything that you don't do to start a school. And that's exactly what we did. Everything they said you should do is what we did.
Right.
But it worked.
Exactly.
You know what
That's what matters. At the end of the day,
that's how
what
we got here.
For sure. So what are the differences between entrepreneur schools and like basic public schools? Like, can you break that down for the people so they can get a quite good understanding of the differences?
Bet. Well, first of all, we the one in the country.
Right.
So it ain't like, you know what I'm saying? It's not a lot of comparisons as far as schools that's similar to ours, but public schools in general, public schools, you know, it has a real traditional model.
Right.
Public school almost makes children robotic. Like you go to school, the goal of public school is to try to go to college. If you're not trying to go to college, they don't really prepare you even for the job market, right? In our school, our children from kindergarten all the way to seniors in high school get everything from credit. They get real estate, they get self-defense, they get cooking, they get, you know, they learn how to set up a funnel, how to do digital marketing, they learn how to close deals, they learn how to take a phone call, they learn adulting, they learn how to budget a checkbook, they learn, you know, what assets are, what liabilities are. They learn everything that I would have wanted to learn that would have helped me to avoid struggling all throughout my 20s, right? So we give them so much, they get fed so much in our school. Like we bring in guest speakers twice a week, right? So we brought in, so we just had Antonio T. Smith Jr., who's my billionaire coach from Houston. He just came to our city. He was our keynote speaker at our gala, but of course he spoke to the children. So that first time, only time they got to see a black billionaire, you know what I'm saying? We brought in, you know, of course, Marco Russell and A. Donahue Baker, and I could just go down a list of people that's come in and poured into our children, and we actually have a list lined up of people that's still coming, you know what I'm saying, that want to get in, and it's not just all the major influencers and big time people, like anybody on the road to entrepreneurship that has something to pour into our children we bring in, man, so they get to see like all angles and aspects of entrepreneurship. When they find that thing, that's where I want to be. Right. So, you know, our school, man, is really, you know, we do Black History every week because a lot of the public schools, they don't teach it. So we do Black History every week, entrepreneurship every week. They get computer science. Man, right now, Antonio T. Smith Jr., he was just our keynote speaker. He donated to our school a Python series so our students can come learn artificial intelligence, coding, app development, other things related to computer science, and the actual course is like a $400,000 course. Wow. So they take this course, they get the certificate. When they leave our school, they can go straight to like Google or Apple or like Cisco or Samsung, any of these major tech companies, walk in the gate at 18, get a job making $150,000 out the gate or more because it's a college level certificate, but they can get it and earn it in high school. So it's, you know, we're just trying to really prepare our students, and our goal is to make six-figure earning students while they're in school. If we can get them to six figures in school, they get themselves to seven on their own, you know what I'm saying? But the goal is, can we produce six-figure earning students in school? So that's what we have.
That's dope, man. That's dope, man. I wish I came up in that type of school. I ain't gonna lie to you, for real, too. For real, man. So, what is the process for applying for a school like this?
So, I mean, if it's a parent, right? A parent just go to the website, they fill out the application, and you know they get on. If it's somebody coming and they like, yo, I want to build a school and I want similar aspects, and I work with clients one-on-one to help them on my team too, to help them to build out that type of facility. So I just put it like this: some of my clients that you see are some of the more progressive students. I mean, it's progressive schools that you see around the country, and it's real simple, man. The thing about it is. About building a school, the biggest concept people gotta understand, number one, people always be like, yo, I can't build a school, I don't got the money. Right? Because when we looked at building a school, $300,000, $500,000, $1 million. I was like, yo, we ain't got that to build a school. Man. But now that I've actually built a school, I realize that's coming from people who never built a school. So people who never built a school giving you those figures because most of us think a school gotta have all the bells and whistles. They gotta have the latest, iPad in the ceiling, you know what I'm saying? X-Men technology. Xavier gotta roll up and read your mind. Like, no, man, if you think about schools back in the day, man, school used to be, especially like before, like integration, man, we would have school in the black community under a tree.
Right.
To be all the grades to be there,
Yep.
and Big Mom be teaching all the students, and everybody still got educated.
Right.
So our idea of what a school is, we got to be realistic with ourselves. Like, what's the end result? What's the goal?
Right.
If the goal is to produce a certain type of student, then what's the bare minimum that you need to produce that?
Exactly.
And once you understand that concept, you can build a school anywhere.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, people just be overthinking it. Man.
Yeah,
They
we look at the traditional model of public school. Man, the public schools out here got $400 million this year with bad numbers. You can't compete with them at $400 million. You know?
Real talk, you can't. That's why I was saying, like, it's good that, you know, our viewers get to, you know, hear the insights of it and understand it.
Yeah.
Because in their minds, it's, of course, the first thing you think is money.
And they got a whole bus system that, you know, they whole transportation system on $50 million.
Right.
You can't compete with that. You ain't got $50 million to compete.
You ain't on that level.
But entrepreneurs, here's the thing, man. Here's the thing about schools too. When I coach people, there's two different types of clients I get. The educator is the person who knows how to run the classroom. They know how a school operates. They know what they got to do on the education side, but they don't understand business.
Right.
The entrepreneur knows how business is ran. The entrepreneurs understand that, you know, they read Think and Grow Rich, How to Influence and Influence People, Rich Dad Poor Dad. They read all the books. They're in tune. They're in circles of other entrepreneurs. They understand how business works. But they don't understand educating children. So it's two different type of clients. But once you marry those two things together, man, folks become unstoppable, man.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Something like Thanos, you know?
Yeah, man.
Big time, for real.
We out here challenging school districts with millions and millions of dollars. And, you know, number one, if once you bring children into your school system, the money that the schools would get for those children now follows those children to your school.
Wow.
Which is why public schools don't want
Yeah.
private schools taking their children, because that money that the school would have got now is being funneled into your school, man. It's really, man, once you get into it, man, there's so many ways to make money owning a school that it's crazy. You just gotta think outside the box.
Absolutely. That's what's up, bro. For real. So what's up? What you already kind of touched on this. What are some of the subjects that the school teaches? Which you said some of them.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, you got your core, right? Math, history,
Okay.
you know,
Y'all still
science.
teach that?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
private school, so you still
Right.
gotta get educated. You still
Right.
gotta hit your
Okay.
standards for your state. So
Okay.
the crazy thing, so like for us, it's only 3 black-owned schools in this state that's recognized by the Illinois State Board of Education. So we the third, right? But that means that there's a certain standard you gotta know. Like, in order to pass the first grade, these are the first grade standards what you gotta know, right?
Okay.
So you gotta have that in your school. With us, we teach that. So I should mention, so I don't want people to, you know, get confused. The first 2 years we ran our school, we didn't have no teachers. Right? Our company, like our opening salvo was like, yo, send your child to us, we can make them an entrepreneur, and we don't even have no teachers. That's how revolutionary we are. So folks are like, how you running a school with no teachers? I'm like, listen, we running the play. Just bring your children, we gonna show you the receipts. You know?
Right.
Then all the children start popping out. I got one little girl, I'm still cool with her family and everything. Her mother pulled her out of the school because they moved out of the area. We didn't have virtual at the time when they left, so this was before COVID. Okay. And her daughter published a book in our school, and she ain't been in our school in like 3 or 4 years, man. She's still selling her book. She's still getting money off her book every year because it's a lifetime asset.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how you impact. That's how you impact and add value to people's lives. Like, listen, your child got this book. Even if your child never come to our school another day, you can always push this book. You can set up deals behind the book, and you can do these different plays, man. So we teach everything, man. Everything I mentioned earlier: authorship, entrepreneurship. A lot of mental health stuff is in there. We do conflict resolution. We have an attorney come in from Prairie something attorney's office, and they teach conflict resolution to the children. So they put them in a circle and they handle their issues or whatever, right? Because it's a real big village mentality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I do, you do, we do is a philosophy we got from Loyola University. And,
wow, okay.
you know, you got to make it like a village. Parents can pop up when they want to. So, yeah, all those. We have a class that we call adulting. The adulting class is where we take the younger children, like maybe 8th grade down, maybe some of the high school children too. And we give them these real life scenarios. And they got to adult their way through it. Like, yo, this week you only made $3,000, but your rent due.
Right.
The rent $1,500. Your light bill due, but your light bill you ain't paid in a couple months, so your light bill now $200. You got this amount for food, this left over. Like, how you gonna handle this situation? And the children got to critically think their way through the situation. So they get real. They start, I'm going to do this and that. You find out, like, listen, you're going to be homeless. Hey, adults ain't sweet, man. You got to learn how to adult. So
you going to get homeless.
you got to get the critical thinking skills now. You feel me?
Yeah, you're right.
You gotta
You're right
get
there.
down.
That's what real life. You got to deal with that.
Man, listen.
When they get older, they going to respect it more.
You gonna run into it when you get older. So I'm like,
gonna...
listen, man, for some of y'all, like, we get in real situations, man. You messed around, now you got 2 baby daddies.
Right.
Now, who out the bad missed the situation, and now, this is what's happening. Because for them, especially the young girls, now you get to see, do you want to be in that situation?
Right.
Because now you're starting to realize how hard it is. You got 2 of them, neither one of your child's life, but you got these bills, you're trying to work these jobs, you got your child, your car broke down, your mama's sick in the hospital, like adulting is real. You know what I'm saying?
Very
So those type of situations for me, those scenarios, it's easier to teach like life lessons if you put the child and immerse the child in it versus just talking about, hey, you don't want to be out there doing it. You could tell them, but it's different to put them in a situation. You know what I'm saying?
Then they got to figure it out.
They got to figure it out, man. We got virtual reality. So next school year when we open up, we'll have a virtual school in the metaverse.
Oh, wow.
So we're building schools right now that's scheduled to open in Atlanta and in Houston in fall of 23. And what's going to be dope is our students in Houston, our students in Atlanta, and our students in Rockford can all go to the Metaverse University. They can all be in the same classroom, learning from the teacher at the same time, in the same lesson, meeting their friends, dapping each other up, you know what I'm saying? Meeting people, take their little glasses off, and they're still back in their states, but they build relationships across the country, man. So that's dope. I'm looking forward to that show, man. That's gonna be dope.
I can't wait for that to launch, man. I'm gonna check it out, and man, I'm looking forward to it too. For real. And I ain't even in your class.
Yeah, man, that's gonna be dope. I'm excited about that. That's gonna be dope.
So what is your biggest failure, and what did you learn from?
Man, I failed so much that.
What's the biggest one though? We all got that one.
You know what? Man. It's hard to say, man. I'm gonna tell you why. I got to a point in life where failure becomes fun. Right. My failures are fun. Like I failed way more than I succeeded. Everything, right? But the failure is so fun that I don't necessarily recognize it. Like, yo, we supposed to do this, we didn't do this. Like, I'm gonna give it to you like this, right? Okay. I forgot where I got this from, but I'm definitely stealing it from somebody. I don't know, so I can't give props to who I got this from.
Don't get me in trouble.
Whoever said this, y'all know you said it, and my props go to you. But I definitely got this from somebody. He said like it's a I forget what they call it, the old adage, and it's like a Chinese farmer is on his farm, right? And then these people come to him like, hey, your son fell down and broke his leg. Is it good? Is it bad? And he was like, it's not good. It's not bad. It just is. Right. So then they was like, okay. And the next day, like the military came. They was drafting children at son's age. Like, your child broke his leg, so the military didn't take him. Isn't that good? And he's like, yo, it's not good. It's not bad. It just is. And they came back the next day like, hey, all the horses in your stable, they left, and all your horses are gone. Your farm will have to shut down or something. Isn't that bad? He's like, it's not good. It's not bad. It just is. So the food began growing in abundance, and all these wild horses the next day flocked back to his farm. They're like, yo, now you got triple the horses. Is it good? Is it bad? He's like, yo, it's not good. It's not bad. It just is, right? And like, that's my philosophy on stuff, man. Like, a lot of times with failure, we look at it like a negative thing, but all things eventually work out for the good, right? So, when I look back at my life, I look back at like the evictions we had, the foreclosures on our house, cars being repossessed, the lights being turned out, the gas being turned off, the water being stopped. Like, you know what I'm saying? At a certain point, man, me and my wife was so poor at a certain point, we had to go take showers. We used to go sneak to the wire right before they closed just to take showers at night, right? Because we was like, we wasn't homeless because we had a box, but the box didn't have nothing in it. The box was a house, but nothing worked. You know what I'm saying? Lights out, gas out, lights out. It's just a box. It's a fancy box. You feel me? So, so people be like, man, well, isn't that bad? Well, no. If we didn't have that experience, it wouldn't have drove me to what we did with the school. It would have drove my entrepreneurial side, and it would have drove my entrepreneurial side. I wouldn't have 7-figure school on the other side if I didn't go through those experiences. So it was at the time it felt bad, you know. It definitely felt like, yo, this is terrible. Like I'm supposed to be a man, I'm supposed to be maintaining my family, I'm supposed to be a provider. I can't keep a job, I keep getting fired. Like isn't that bad? I mean, at the time it felt bad. You know, but isn't that bad? But if I didn't have that experience, you know, I wouldn't have the drive I have now to get things done. And now we're running major plays. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, I'm sitting at tables with people that I never dreamed I'd sit at. I'm at places, I'm being invited to places I never thought I'd be. We're making money we never thought we would make. Like, you know, so isn't that bad or isn't that good? It's not bad, it's not good, it just is. Right? So, you know, so my biggest failure is kind of hard to say. We've had a lot of failure. When I say a lot, I mean the road to success was paved in failure. So, like, we had, I'll tell you this, we had, in making the school, one point in time in the school, I got a car accident, right? I was sitting at the light, because my school started in my beauty supply store, so I had left to go pick up inventory for the beauty supply. I'm sitting at the light, waiting to go through the light. I see this car coming, it's flying. And I'm like, yo, I think this car finna run this light. I'm not tripping, I'm at the light waiting to go through. I see another car waiting to turn, you know, the light yellow, the light turned red, the car figures safe to go. They go to turn, this other car, boom, smack that car, it flipped, the car it hits, flips, lands in the front of my car, smashed the whole thing up. So I'm like, yo, I hop out. And I was cool, but I didn't have this thing I know nothing about called gap insurance. So they like, you owe a bill on a car, you don't have a car, I can't get my inventory out, like it's just, everything feels bad. Long story short, it was some parents whose students was going to my school and they was like, listen, we know y'all trying to run this school, and we know that y'all don't have a car, could we pay you with the old beater that we got for tuition for the month? So I take the car, man, let me tell you. This car had no mirrors. The heat only worked. We in Illinois, so you already know how wintertime is, right? Wintertime, rough.
For sure.
The heat only blows heat for like 1 minute at a time. If you're lucky, you get a minute of heat before it turns back to cold air. The window only rolled up 7/8 of the way. And the thing was, so we could have took the little money we had and went and got like a new car, but then the school would have went out. And so we were so dedicated to the school, like, no, we're going to rock this out until we in a better position. And so had to do it, you know what I'm saying? Like we was driving this beater, like I'm driving this thing, windows all frosted up. I'm trying to thaw the windows with a cup of coffee, the heat, you know what I'm saying? Everybody in the car bundled up. We trying to just thug it out, like, you know, as long as we get to places, we warm it up. Folks are like, yo, how it ain't even that cold when you ride in this car? And so, but those, you know what I'm saying? Like, so people like, yo, at the time we owned the beauty supply, so we like we was making money there. The school was more important, and so. People at it wasn't that bad, it wasn't good, it wasn't bad, it just was. And so people look at it like a failure, like, yo, you're supposed to be a CEO, you're supposed to all this type of stuff, and here you are driving this beater, you know what I'm saying? Talking to people about making money. Like, you're the definition of imposter syndrome and fake it till you make it. You're talking about making money, but look at the situation, but folks don't know those are the type of trials you gotta go through to get to where you wanna get to. So, you know what I'm saying? So, biggest failure, I don't know, a lot of failures. I know a lot.
Man, you needed to hear that. Definitely needed to hear that for sure. We definitely, man, we all got them though. If you ain't have them yet, you gonna run into them eventually.
Yeah, stay in entrepreneurship for 5 minutes. You be there.
For sure. All right, so what's one word would you like to define your legacy?
Man, consistency, man. Consistency. If it's just one word, it's gotta be consistency because, man, consistency is the key to being successful. Like, no matter what you do, you gotta stay consistent, man. Most people don't get to where they want to in life, but they don't stay consistent. And the lack of staying consistent will kill any business. You just gotta be, how does it go? When you look at the atom, right? Like a single individual atom in space, if it's not moving, it's in a state of inertia, right? The atom, if it starts moving, if it starts moving, it starts moving very slowly. Very, very slowly. And there's two forces at work with an atom, which is centrifugal force and centripetal force, right? So think about like when you take a bath and you let the water out the tub, the water starts off real slow, right? But after a while, you see a little tornado at the end. The tornado is drawing all the water onto it, right? But that's the same way business is. Business is like the atom. In the beginning, you got to exert a lot more energy for a little bit of movement. And you say stuff in the beginning like, man, if this person would help me, if that person would help me, if I had this amount of money, if I had these resources, but you don't realize your atom is turning slowly, right? You don't have the power yet to like draw stuff onto you, right? No, the law of attraction is manifested. Well, you still got to have the power of that atom to practice, to have those forces go into play. That centrifugal and centripetal force. So at a certain point, you start speeding up, right? Little success, little success, little success. You start speeding up. Faster it goes, the more success you get, to start speeding up. Now you start. Before you had to go find people. Like, I gotta find somebody do this. I gotta find somebody do that. I gotta find somebody. At a certain point, they get drawn onto you. They start coming to you. Like, yo, let me do this for you. Let me do that for you. Can I help you with this? Can I help you with that? You're like, man, where was y'all at when I needed you? You know what I'm saying? That Drake song, where was that when I was? You know, that's like, yo, what happened? But we don't understand that science from the atom happens in everything. You know what I'm saying? And you start off slow. You gotta put more energy in. But as you get more successful, more stuff is drawn onto you. So that, for me, man, that's why consistency. Because here's the thing: as that atom consistently spins, it also begins to expand. Right? So now you want your territory, what you're doing to expand, you gotta stay consistent. Right? You want people to see you and know who you are. Stay consistent. Like, you gotta rock every day, man. Marquell Russell said, told my students, he said, listen, all you gotta do is post 3 to 5 times a day on social media. And I asked him every 30 days, did y'all post for 30 days straight? Do it. I did like 5 days. I did 6 days. I said, well, that's why you can't beat us. You can't. If I'm posting 3 to 5 times a day every day, and you only posting once a week, I'm gonna capture your audience before you because you're not consistent. You got to post 30 days straight. Just take a challenge. 30 days straight, posting 3 to 5 times a day. Anybody do it to blow their business up, but most people won't make it 30 days straight. It's difficult. And then that atom goes back to a state of inertia, and now you're not drawing nothing into you. You're talking about the law of attraction and manifestation and all that stuff, but you're not drawing nothing into you because you're in a state of inertia. Instead of being consistent and spinning until you expand to the point where you start drawing stuff into you, man. It's scientific, you know what I'm saying?
It all ties in together, don't it?
Man, it's just like that. It's consistency, man. That's the word.
All right, well, we're going to get into some rapid fire questions, all right?
Let's do it.
So this ain't got nothing to do with no business, none of that. We finna talk that
Talk
real
that
talk, you know what I'm saying? So if you could invite one guest speaker to your school between Jay-Z or Diddy, which one would it be?
Definitely Jay.
Jay?
It's going to be Jay, man. It got to be Jay. He got Beyonce.
Yeah.
Jay is, Diddy cool too, but Jay's winning. Jay's a billionaire.
Right.
Jay got Beyonce. Jay's making other people millions. The difference between Jay and Puff is cool, but look at all the people that Jay-Z has helped to become successful like himself, right? He got at least 2 other billionaires under his belt, Rihanna and Kanye. Dame Dash still successful without Jay-Z. Like, Big still successful. Everybody that's in his camp is successful. This man got out of prison after serving a long bid and became instantly successful. You know what I'm saying? Like, man,
what more can you say?
It gotta be Jay. It's a few people that's salty at Jay, but that's in any business. As you grow, you outgrow people around you, and naturally, some people fall away. But it gotta be Jay, man. That's for sure. Gotta be Jay.
For sure. So when you in the gym, right?
Right.
Okay, which you told me they don't know. You know what I'm saying? Some people may know. So what's your favorite turn up song when you in the gym, when you getting it in? You know what I'm saying?
Man, all right. I got. It's not one. It's the order, though, right? Matter of fact, hold on. I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm gonna give you the playlist, right? I'm gonna tell you what get me going. Like, if I'm down and I need that joint. They gonna be like, yo, none of my students watching this, y'all can't use this playlist. But I'm gonna tell you, my weightlifting hype music. These my 3 songs that set it off. After this, I'm good. First, I'll turn on Lose Yourself, right? So M's Lose Yourself, come on. And I need the motivational part, right? I'm like, okay, you had one shot, one opportunity. I'm gonna like, yo, if this is my last opportunity to work out, I gotta go hard, right? I follow it up with Let's Go, that Trick Daddy joint with Twista on there, because Twista killed it. So I hear that, then I follow it up with that Lil Jon, East Side Boys, Crazy Bone, I Don't Give a. When that joint come on, I'm in the zone. Boy, I can live for 1,000 pounds at that joint. I'm in the gym. You feel me? That's on my playlist, man. When I need that adrenaline shot,
right?
Them 3 songs line me up, man. I'm good to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. For sure. So you said, like, I know you. You know what I'm saying? I've been to your workshops. You've worked like 20 plus jobs.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? What's the worst job you ever had? Put them out there.
All right. I'm gonna tell you a real story.
Put them out there.
When I worked at Walmart, this is one of the jobs that was the most depressing story of my life, right? I worked at Walmart, and I learned how to finesse because nobody working at Walmart is like, yo, I hope you do good.
Right.
Everybody's got to get a check.
Right.
Nobody is in love with the business, right? I'm at Walmart at 2 o'clock in the morning at the Walmart I'm working at. Everybody would go into the parking lot to get all the carts or whatever, right? So I start realizing, yo, if everybody's doing that and it takes 15 minutes, if I set my break 15 minutes before that, I can get a 30-minute break and I ain't got to help. When they pop out, I'm inside. So one morning, man, I go out, set my break, go to the car. I'm out there, man. I turn the radio on. They must have been playing Dusties, man, like the old school joints your mama listened to. Man, it was too soothing, man. I'm hearing Marvin Gaye. I'm hearing Aretha. I'm like, oh my God, I'm too comfortable. I fall asleep. I'm working from 10 p.m. to 7 a.m. I wake up at like 6:50 a.m. I'm like, oh, I'm about to get fired. I just slept through my whole shift. I run back inside Walmart, running my aisle. It's already zoned. The manager like turns the corner like 1 minute later and she's like, yo, this is the best job you've ever done. You need to work like this every night. Like your hour's perfect. It's never this perfect when you do it. It's like, yo, if you work like this, we might have to like promote you. It was at that moment that I realized like, man, these people don't need me. Like they don't even realize that I was gone. I'm so insignificant that I could have got kidnapped out of this store. Nobody would even call the police. Like I don't matter. And it dawned on me at that moment. It was just the most depressing thing. I'm like, yo, matter to these people. I slept through the whole shift. They don't even know. I'm so insignificant. They don't even know I wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? So when that happened, I was like mad depressed. I was like, yo, this is crazy, man. So Walmart was one. I had a bunch of like telemarketing jobs, man. Like I feel for telemarketers because I did it so much, man. Like you heard, like the job sucks. Like they're like, listen, we need you to call 1,000 people. 999 are gonna tell you no. You just need the one. Now, if I'm doing that for my own business, I will hit 1,000 doors. But for somebody else, then I finally get the close, and they're like, cool. I'm like, do I get a bonus? Do I get a tip? Do I get some commission? Right. No. Come back the next day and do it again. Call another 1,000 people. Now I'm just on the phone. Hi, would you like to buy such and such news? Hello? You know what I'm saying? Like, all the telemarketing, debt collection jobs I had, those suck. I tried to do some factory jobs. It's terrible at factory jobs. Like, I did one for like Johnson Controls. I did it for like Chrysler seats or something like that. So I asked my man, I'm like, yo, I never did this before. How do you do it? He tells me. I'm thinking I'm a hit, man. I'm out there putting stuff on. I worked there 3 days. The first day was orientation. The second day I observed. The third day I was on my own. I was fired at the end of the third day. My man said, every seat you did on this line is backwards. And I was like, oh, goodness. Fired. Day 3. I worked at the silo factory. The silo factory, it wasn't like a typical factory, right? No, it wasn't conveyor belts and whatnot. It was like engineers and stuff doing their thing. So I'm like, yo, what do I do? So my man told me, hey, just kind of sweep, clean up, and make boxes for the people when they need boxes. Well, he didn't tell me they really only need boxes the first day of the week. Those boxes don't last a week. So like day 1, I come in, I make like 20 boxes with the nail gun. I'm thinking I'm doing something, then I sweep. Then it'd be like an hour later, and I'm like, yo, what's next? He's like, just walk around and pretend you're doing something. At first, you're like, okay, I hit the lick. Like, I ain't got to do no work. By day 2, you realize, like, I'm insignificant. Like, I'm just here walking around with a broom. There's nothing on the floor, dog. Like, the floor ain't getting no cleaner. I'm sweeping, pretending it's something, and there's nothing there. So, I just had a bunch of just jobs I only had one job. I only had 2 jobs that I ever really liked that was decent. And outside of that, man, like,
yo, like reliving that, dude.
Man, all the jobs. I had one factory job out in like Rochelle. They kept it like 80 degrees inside the little room you had to go into. So it's always 80 degrees. Winter, spring, summer, whatever. It's always 80 degrees. You put these little suits on, you go inside, you climb the ladder. It's like powdered calcium everywhere. And the stuff sticks to your face. So you go inside, you got some little thing on. At the end of every shift, my face will be covered in white powder like a clown. And I have like a ring around the top of my head where the little hairnet goes. Because it'd be like calcium like caked to my face. And either my wife or my people will come pick me up and they'd be dying laughing like, yo, this dude look like a clown. I'm like, yo, fam, it's not funny, man. And I'm working 12 hours in this 80-degree factory. I was like, yo, this ain't it for me, man. Like at that time, I'm like, I knew it's got to be more in life. Like, this ain't it, man. Like, now I understood. Like, I didn't want to be in the street. I'm like, I understand why folks in the street, man, because this ain't it. Like, I gotta do something different, man. So that job lasted. I probably kept that job about a month. But after a month, man, that was it for me.
That's crazy, man. man. We all done had them bogus jobs.
Man.
I done had plenty of them myself. I feel you on that, for sure. So, out of all your students, which one is your favorite?
That's not a fair question. My daughter goes to my school. That's not a fair question. I will say this though.
Second favorite then.
Okay. Second favorite is kind of easy for me to pick, right? Outside of my daughters, they go to my school. Second favorite, I'm picking this student not because they got the best answer. Like I had a little boy go to my school. He was doing like 1,000 books a week. He was making $1,000 a week selling books. So he was killing the entrepreneur game. I got students that's brilliant, straight A's. All my students have either made A honor roll or B honor roll every year. We've never had a student not make A or B honor roll. So all my students are smart. But in particular, I had one little girl this year. She's in my school virtually. So, you know, we got our physical school. We also have a virtual school, right? She's out in California. This was so impressive about this girl. California, she's on, they're 2 hours behind us, right? So she would get on at 10 o'clock our time. It would be 8 o'clock her time. And she only worked from 8 to 10 because our virtual school is only 4 hours. So she would work 2 hours a day. This little girl just turned 7 years old. Wow. In 1 year, she completed the first grade, the second grade, and half of third grade. In one school year, at 7 years old, she was our valedictorian. We just had kindergarten, 5th grade, 8th grade, high school graduation. She was our valedictorian with the highest GPA in the school. This little girl knocked out 2.5 grades in one school year. And like it was nothing. Like, come in, she like, man, you only give me 10 pages? She'll look at you. She like, one time I came on a grader, and I'm like, yo, she's like, I was supposed to do 10, but I just finished the book, so can you grade the whole? I was like, I can't grade the whole book, I don't have time. Like, how did you do this? Right. She was like, it was easy. I took about 15 minutes, and I just finished it. I'm like, yo, this girl is a, like, genius level. She reminds me of my daughter, man. Like, but, so this little 6-7-year-old girl now, she has the highest GPA in the school, and then my daughter is the most advanced. My daughter's probably going to graduate high school at like 14. So she's, you know, I could brag on her a lot, but she's supposed to be right now going into the 7th grade, but she's already doing high school work, so she's definitely going to graduate high school way, she's probably 4 years ahead of where she's supposed to be at, so that's going to be interesting to see how that goes when she's 14, and I'm like, yo, you can't really go to college, you're too young, you're not mature enough, you can't stay home, you know what I'm saying, you can't get a job, like what can you do with your life, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a lot of traveling abroad, but I'm actually setting her up with some of my coaches, so I'm trying to get her set up so by the time she gets a little bit older, man, she can at least be making 6-7 figures, you know what I'm saying, so she can have the money to do whatever she wants to do. She wants to be a medical scientist. She wants to go to Cuba, become a doctor in Cuba. They got the best medical program. They come back to the States and open up clinics that are black-owned where she can control the narrative, so she's way ahead of me when I was that age. She's way ahead of me now at this age. What I'm talking about.
Man, they had to come from somewhere though.
Man, she might have got something from me, but she might have got from mama or maybe grandmama or somebody. I don't know. Like,
you ain't claiming that.
Medical sciences? Not bad. I failed chemistry class, let alone I barely made biology class. Huh? So yeah, man.
Yeah.
Daughter's brilliant.
Yeah, for sure, man. Definitely the future, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so where can our listeners find you, on social media?
You can find me on Instagram at CEO Bro Henry. You can find me, go to my website, workwithceobrohenry.com. We just started a new podcast. We ain't even launched our first episode yet. We just been recording. We need to start posting them yet. Go on YouTube, follow me on YouTube, CEOBroHenry.com. CEO Bro Henry is my page, channel page. Facebook, I got a few groups on Facebook. If you part of any like big entrepreneur organizations like David Shan's Born and Meetup or Every Black Entrepreneur or ATS Business University, I'm in all of those groups. You can find me. David Shan's, I've been on Brain Picker Podcast. ATS, they just we just were featured at the Mexican conference. Salute to Antonio, he just donated a huge amount to my school. He donated so much, I was like, yo, I'm not sure how to move this much money legally into the school. I need help.
Salute to him. Salute to him.
So salute to him, man.
Sure.
That's love. And he just came out here with our keynote speaker. Every Black, they helped us. They're the ones who invited us to Tulsa, Oklahoma for the 110-year-old Black Wall Street. Feature our school, so that was dope. So you can find me in any of those platforms, man. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, website, email. Holla at me, man.
For sure. But thank you for coming out, you know what I'm saying, and giving the, the audience, some gems, and, that I know and hope that they take something from this. It's your boy Tristan Heyward, and we thank you, and you can find me on all social media platforms as well at Tristan.Heyward, from Instagram to Facebook to it all. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next one. All right.